Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 3Gs Fitness Podcast, 3 generations of fitness. I'm Coach Cisco.
Coach Michael.
And...
Oh,
again, huh? Well...
Kaichella.
Kaichella. Hey, man, he didn't make it back.
Nah, man, but remember what I told you. Okay? Puff, puff, pass.
Not puff, puff, stay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, puff, puff, hold, baby. Puff, puff, pass, because they're going to kick you out. All right?
So our lovely Coach Kyle is probably still finding love in the desert. Hey, good luck, my man. We're waiting for you. We'll be here in open arms once you're ready to come back.
Want to see those pictures?
Yeah, buddy. But you got the 2 OGs over here. You got the boomer and the millennial. One thing in common about both of us, we both have a background in powerlifting. So Coach Mike has powerlift competed himself. I have coached 2 athletes into powerlifting competition. One of my athletes has a world record, not to brag. And I know Coach Michael right here has his own world records as well too.
Okay, but we're going to get into this first, all right? Do remember one thing, okay? You're what, 37?
38.
38. And I'm like 69.
74.
Almost 70.
Yeah.
Real close to 70.
Yeah.
So we do have an age difference, but we don't have a weight difference in lifting. He probably might get me in certain things, but he's like very close.
Also, do know that he is like an ultra heavyweight and I am like a middleweight. So weight classes do matter as well.
But when you say ultra weight class, what do you mean?
Ultra heavyweight. I'm just making fun of you, man.
I know that,
but you're like, but you're weight class. We would definitely not be in the same weight class.
Nah, we wouldn't be in the weight class. You'd be a weight class underneath me.
Yeah,
under me.
Probably 2 weight classes underneath
you.
No,
what's your weight?
So if I were to ever compete, I would probably compete at 170.
170?
Yeah.
Well, I'll compete at...
You would compete at 199.
No, 182 to 198.
Okay.
That's my weight class. That is my weight class that I should be in, and that's what I'm working to be in. Before
I got you at 199.
No.
Where the cutoff is.
Before the cutoff is 198.
Yeah, that's why. So for the next weight class.
But that's when I used to be. You gotta remember, I was in the actual 220 and up.
I know you were. You were 3 weight classes above.
I was up. See? Then I dropped down to 198, 220. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I made decisions to drop down to 182 to 198. Mm-hmm. So, I got like 11 pounds, 12 pounds to go, which is not no problem. But I have to lose weight without losing muscle.
Yeah.
So,
that's the thing is that even though, because I think the weight class, I wouldn't be the 170. I always say 170, but it's 168 to 183, I believe, or is it?
Yeah, the class.
Yeah. So it would be
it's actually 182
or 182.
Yeah.
Okay,
182.
So I would be in that weight class too. So
that's just one below.
But still no. But you were at 220 at one point.
At one point.
Yeah. So
we're talking about now.
If we were to go right now, then I would say right now. If we were to go right now. We'd be one weight class above us, just above each other. So you would be above me by one weight class.
Yeah.
All right, I would say that right now.
Yeah. But by age, I'm like twice your age.
Yeah. But still, it's one of those where it's like you got what works for you and I got what works for me. Right. And a lot of the times we don't agree with that.
We don't agree with it. Not a lot of times.
All the time.
I don't believe in that deloading method that you do.
So today we're going to talk about our powerlifting approaches.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just get right into it. I usually like to look at a powerlifting approach as something between like a 12 to 14 week program. Do you do the same? Do you look at it as a 12 to 14 week program?
Yeah, but the process is different.
Okay, so we have the same timeline. So we do have the same timeline because in my timeline, I will incorporate at least a week of deload after about every 3 to 4 weeks. I would incorporate 1 week of deload. For those of you that do not know what deload is pretty much another word of rest, but you're not taking the days off. So maybe if you lifted 300 pounds the next week to let your body rest and recover, you'll probably go 150 to 200 to just let your body recover, but you're still giving it some muscle tension. So I believe in deload. You just right away say you don't believe in that.
No, I don't. My method is with me has always been, and even with lifters that I work with, is that we do heavy weight, short reps, and we hit the same muscle, that same area every time we get ready to do arms or get ready to do legs, be whatever, I don't believe in dropping weight. And the reason I don't is because when you drop weight for say you're benching 250, okay, and you're doing 4 or 5 reps, and then you drop down to 180 and you're doing 10 to 12 reps. I think that kind of takes away the timing of your lift, because now you jump back up to that 250, it's going to feel heavier. To me, it does with me. I've tried deloading, and I'd hit that lower weight, do higher reps, and then a week later, 2 weeks later, whichever way I'm going, I go heavy, and I go 5 reps, and that 5 reps seems like I barely get that 5th one or 4th one.
That's how
it's heavy.
Yes, that's how
I want to be consistent. I want to move up. I want to go from 250. I want to move up to 260. I believe in 3 reps, move up. 3 reps, move up. 3 reps, move up. That's a powerlifting method. They tell you that if you rep something 3 times, you move up a little bit. You rep 3 times there, you move up a little bit. 3 rep max that's it right there. You move up.
And you do that the whole time.
I do it. Only I do it. I do it 5 reps.
You go 5 reps.
I go 5 reps, I move up.
So in your 14-week period of training, right from week 1, you're already doing something for 5 reps.
Well, if I'm doing our 14-week period is a little bit different.
Okay.
Because you one and then move up to heavy, low, heavy.
Yeah. I usually start off with volume first.
Yeah.
I'll start off with volume for the first, 3-4 weeks to just get the muscle built. Then after that, we might take a little bit of a deload, and that deload might not be so much like that bad or anything. That might actually be a quicker deload. Then we go into strength where we go heavier weight. Now we're building strength. Now the strength is going more. It's like, all right, now we're going anywhere between maybe 6 to 8 reps, but the weight is getting heavier. Then we let the body recover for about a week, and now we go into what I call the power block. That's where we're like, all right, now we're doing anywhere between 2 to 4 reps, and that's where it gets heavy. And so say if you were squatting, say you started off, let's just say you squatted 200 pounds. All right, perfect. We're going to do 200 pounds the first 4 weeks for about 10, 12 reps. Let the body get comfortable with that. Okay. All right, you're doing that. Maybe we could do 225. Then after that, let the body recover for about a week. Come back. Now let's go from 225. Now let's play around 245 to 295. And let's see where our body can maintain 6 to 8 reps. 6 to 8 reps. All right, say if we start off at 250 and you do 8 reps. All right, next time let's do 270 and let's go 6 to 8 reps. Oh, we're still doing 8 reps? Let's go to 290. Let's see. Okay, now you're doing 8 reps, but I don't go past 8 reps for the second 4 weeks. Then we take a breather. Then my last 4 weeks leading up to the competition, that's where we're like, all right, now all our squats, nothing below 300. We started at 200. We did strength at like 250, 290. Everything we do here is 300 and above, and we're doing about 2 to 4, maybe 5 reps. And that's where we're testing our max.
That's where we differ. Okay, 14 weeks. I go heavy all the way until
you crazy.
I go heavy all the way until the 7th week, and I'm still going heavy. The only difference in me, I have a larger recovery time. In other words, my training is usually 5 days out of the week.
Yes,
that's how I train.
Yeah.
Okay. By the time I hit that 7th week, I'm going 4 days. Okay, and I'm taking a 3-day recovery, which is usually Wednesday. Because after hitting Monday, Tuesday, I take a rest. I hit Thursday, Friday, and then I rest Saturday, Sunday. I do that all the way up until close to like the last week before the competition. And that's when I start finding out what is your PR. That last week, what is your PR
on the last week?
The last week, I find out what is your PR, because I need to know when I go up to change the weight. I need to know, okay, I had trouble hitting this one. Okay, on my PR, I struggled. Okay, because when you're in a competition, smoothness and perfection is almost needed.
Yeah,
because you're judged by 3 judges. So I'm gonna go to that PR that's giving me trouble, and I'm gonna drop down a little bit. Then I go up smoothly and I make the hit. Okay. Now, if you're in a situation where you're going for a record, that's a little different, because you've completed your 3. Now you're going for a record. You're going to go to your max. You're going to go to what you think you can hit, which has to be the record. Because if you're working out and you're at the gym trying to hit that record, sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. So you're just hoping that at the time that you're making that lift, that you have that energy to hit that record.
But what are you doing? So wait. I'm gonna cut you off. You get there 7 weeks, and then with 7 weeks remaining, you start.
I'm still heavy.
You're still heavy, but instead of training 5 times a week, you're only training 4 times a week.
I started to break it down 4 times a week.
So the final 7 weeks leading into it, you're only going 4 times a week to give your body more of a recovery.
Giving her that one recovery day, because you're taking your body through a lot when you're lifting heavy. Okay, you're taking your body through a lot. So you give her that extra recovery day. And on that recovery day, it's just purely eating right and resting and letting your body rest.
Okay.
And the last 2 days.
So you taper down on the last 7 weeks. So that's a form of a deload.
Not
That's
really.
a form of a deload.
I don't change my weight.
As a form of a deload. Deload is also like lowering the intensity, my friend.
You're lowering your weight. You're going high, then you're going low.
Because I don't change. I still do not change my days at all. So leading up to it, I'm still lifting 5 to 6 days a week.
Okay.
So I'm still lifting.
Where's your recovery time?
The recovery time is going to be
just 1 day.
Just 1 day, and we got to remember, you are really only looking at 3 lifts: squat, bench, deads, right? So,
but in your overall training,
you're
training different areas of your body. Because
you're keeping your body under constant tension. It's just something that I believe in, and that's why that 1 week of deload is literally still doing the same movements with lighter weight, but now your body is recovering.
Tell me what happens to a muscle when it's tired, when you're working out and that muscle's tired. What happens? Injury.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you're only having 1 day rest, okay, you think that's enough recovery time for your muscle to recover?
You separate it. Like I said, if you have Monday might be your squat day. All right, cool. You hit your squats on Monday and you accessorize the muscles around squats. And now you've hit your squats, your quads, your hamstrings, a little bit of your core. Then the next day will be a bench day.
Yeah,
you are not using your legs at all.
But you do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you drive a little bit, but that's not.
You drive a lot.
Yeah, you drive, but your main focus is going to be on your upper body, right? It is, and that's the other thing where it's all like, your legs are being used on bench, but it's not 100% as it was on squat. So now the legs are being given some time to recover. So the next day you're going with bench. And then the next day, it's one of those where see where your body's at. If you are a quick recovery, I'm going to hit back. Why? Back is still going to be important for me. And that's going to probably be maybe my back and my core day. And then I recover a lot quicker from my chest, but maybe I might rest on that Thursday and then maybe hit bench again on Friday and then do deads on Saturday because I already know how my body is. Sometimes, or vice versa, I might hit deads on Friday and then bench on Saturday. So, right, and then I rest again. So that's why I said 5 to 6 days, depending. that 6th day would be maybe just core, because I'm a big believer that core is still important. So it's mainly 5 days, 6th day optional, but you get that 1 day of rest and you separate. I separate them or anything like that. And like I said, it to some people it might be a lot as well too, but it's one of those where it's 5 mainly, 6 is going to be more for core. And that's where I would do the separation. So it's like you're giving your body proper time to recover. I know my legs take the longest. So my workout in between squats and deads tends to be further out. My workout, I probably hit and that's why it's one of those where you separate
I think 6 days it's too much.
Is 5 days too much?
Well, no, I don't think 5 days.
That's why I just said 5 is the main.
The reason, no, 4 days. 5 days is a lot. 4 days is not.
So
in other words, that's why when I get down towards close to the comp, I start giving my body more recovery time. Okay, because it needs that. So out of the 4 days, I try to split the workout. All right, I might do benching, and I might do.
I would say 5 is still more the primary that.
I might do benching. I might do dumbbell press that day, but then also I might do some leg work in that day, and jump to extensions or doing RDLs or whatever I want to work on. I'll split it. Okay. But I do give my body that rest on that Wednesday because it's extremely important.
Well, it is. And that's where I think me and you do get in common though. Leading up to it, I started eliminating accessory and I started eliminating that last 4 weeks is literally more of we're benching, squatting, and deads, all for power. So you go 7 weeks into it. I go more in the last 4 weeks. That's where we're like for sure doing 4 days, and maybe the 5th is an active recovery day, and 2 days of nothing. That is where I think our program might align a little bit. Yours is the last 7 weeks. Mine is the last 4 weeks. The last 4 weeks, that's where it's like, all right, stop with the accessory, stop with this. Now we got to focus on your squats. The squats have to be heavy.
Well, the last 3 weeks, we might line up with each other, because the last week is basically it's technique and form, cues and things that you're on time, knowing what the cues are, because you have to remember you can lift and all the way until the last day and not even work on the cues, because when you're on the bench you gotta listen to the cues that are going when you go down, go up, rack, stuff like that. Squats the same way, Well, there's a cue. Back, you got to work on the cues, and that's where the last week comes in to me, because to me, the last week, you're not going to get much stronger.
No, the last week you don't do anything. So, if say we're today and our competition is in 7 days, we're not doing anything those next 7 days except moving lightly, stretching lightly. That's it. So that's
stretching lightly.
Yeah, stretching lightly or anything like that. It's all like, all right, cool. Hey, if you want to just go, you just deadlifted 400 pounds. If you still want to feel what it feels like, don't even go past 135. Just do 135, get a feel of it, and go stretch. So yeah, the last week leading up to it, there's very minimal workouts to it. It's just more of like, all right, that's a deload. You deload into it. So you do believe in deload?
No, I don't.
Yes, you just...
That's not a deload.
That is deload.
That last week is a rest and recovery.
That last week is a deload.
It's a rest and recovery. You're not... Why
don't you like the word deload?
You're not lifting heavy weight.
Mike, we literally programmed the same. You just don't like the word deload. That's what it really is.
I just think it's... I think you lose the intensity when you deload.
You just said
that's clearly what I'm saying is I think when you deload, you lose the intensity. There are a lot of people that don't believe that. A lot of people do believe in deloading, and I'm not saying they don't. All right, but there's a lot of people that I know.
The more we're talking about, like, our program's not that much different because
heavy.
we literally start changing it up.
Lift heavy, stay heavy.
You just don't like the word deload.
No, lift heavy, stay heavy.
No.
That's how I see it.
No.
You get to that last 14 weeks, you might start making a few adjustments.
Lift heavy. You're missing a line. Lift heavy, stay heavy, get hurt. No,
that's not true. That's where recovery comes in.
Mike, stop.
No, Cisco, stop, man. That's where recovery comes in.
And that's deload.
You got 1 day recovery. I got 3 days recovery.
No.
When I recover, it's not lifting lesser weight. It's resting. It's letting your body rest, letting your muscles rest.
Which is deload.
Okay. Your deloading is going higher, then dropping down, then going higher, then take a recovery. That's your deloading.
Yes.
Mine is straight heavy lifting. Get to that point, rest.
You can lift
and rest.
You can lift heavy for 7 weeks in a row.
I can lift heavy 6 months straight.
So you can tell me that you can always hit 403 for 5 reps for 6 weeks in a row.
Not always. I mean, I could go
so what
3.
Happened?
I can go. I'll probably I may go 3, but there are a lot of times I'll hit that 5.
Okay.
And I might want to go 6 and 7, but I won't.
Okay, but say if you hit it 5 times, you can maintain it for 5 times straight for.
Yes, because when I go 5 times, I move up.
Yeah, but then you crap out.
No.
Yes, you.
No.
Yeah.
When I hit 5, normally when I hit something 5 times consistently, I add weight.
So that means tell me that if you've been lifting heavy, if you stay heavy, you should be able to deadlift 800 pounds. Because if you're going with what you're saying, you keep adding weight.
No. Now you're talking about guys that can do 800, 700, 600 pounds. Believe me, they're built for it. And how did they get there?
But I'm talking about you. You say you stay heavy, right? So if you stay heavy
for my range.
For your range.
Okay, when you see these guys pumping up 700, 800 pounds, believe me, they've been hitting it heavy.
So then what happens when you can't hit it three reps?
Do what?
Say where do you crap out? Let's get actual numbers. Do you crap out at like 450 for 3 reps?
Sometimes because I'm tired.
You're tired.
So, through that workout process, I'm tired. So maybe I might hit it 4 times, but I've never gone to a point where I like hit it once or hit it twice only. Mm-hmm. No. I'm at a weight to where I know I can consistently hit it 5 times. And if I'm still hitting it 5 times 1 week and the next week I'm still hitting it 5 times, it's time to move up.
So then let me ask you this.
The reason it's time to move up is because now I need to exert my muscles more.
So when do you only hit it just twice? At what weight? Is it 501?
What?
What weight can you only hit twice and you can't hit any more than twice?
Oh, man, that's where the weight is heavy. You're lifting heavy weight.
Right.
So when I go 3 reps, the whole thing is standard is 3 reps, move up. When you can hit it 3 times, move up.
When can you not hit it 3 times? What number?
When I get to that max number, which I will get there because you're obviously not going to hit 3 reps and move up, 3 reps, move up, 3 reps, keep moving up.
But you just said that's what you do.
No. That's the process I use.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I keep going. I'm at a point where I'm gonna get stuck at a certain weight.
Yeah.
Which means, what am I gonna do? Okay, I'm going to keep hitting 1 rep, 2 reps, 3 reps. I'm going to keep going at it until I'm consistently hitting 5 reps. So I'll keep moving up to that 5th rep. There's going to be a point where it's going to take me months to move up. It's going to take me months because that weight is heavy. So I'll just keep going.
Would you think it would take you weeks if you get there and just let your body recover and go back to it? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I gotta stay heavy and I gotta have a recovery.
We just had some technical difficulties. Your mic didn't even agree with you, so you were talking nonsense. Your mic cut itself off. That's how nonsense you talk.
To see if you sabotage.
No, that's how nonsense you talk, man. So okay, I'm not gonna disagree with your method, but I think, like I said, you as you get closer. So okay, we're looking at a 14-week period. I'm a big believer in volume and strength, 5 to 6 times a week. Those first 8 weeks, then the last block, and I'm including deload, so it might be more 10 weeks. So then the last 4 to 5 weeks, that's where we train less, but lift heavy in those 4 weeks. So in those last 4 weeks, very similar to you, what you do in your last 7 weeks, you train less in your last 7 weeks, right? Because you're going heavier as well too. So I think our approach is not much different, but you just stay heavy and you don't believe in a 1 week deload. You just add more rest.
Okay. The thing is, when I was a bodybuilder, which like 30 something years ago, 40 years ago, I used to do heavy light. That's how I did it. I'd go heavy, and then at a certain time before competition, I would start going light.
Yeah.
And I kind of use the same process now, except it's not going light. It's just going heavy. It's just staying heavy, lower reps. And obviously it works, okay? Because I'm 69, and I haven't really changed my training in over 30 years, and I'm still able to gain muscle and strength now, obviously because of the protein process that I go through. But I'm also able to lift heavy at this age. So, for me to be able to stay close to you in some of the lifts, like I'm close to you in the squat, very close to you.
I'll give you this because you're big on maxing out. I'm big on always strength. I'm always big on strength for myself. Like currently in my workout program, I'm a 8 repper right now. I'm keeping it at 8 reps, and I haven't maxed out. That's why, like I said, yes, you are deadlifting 403. I haven't gotten past 350 in deads in over a year. I've just been going with that. Could I hit 403? Yes. Could I hit it for as many reps as you can? If I were to train for it, I think I could do it in less than a month, because now I'm going from a strength block to now a power block where, all right, now I need to train my body to lift heavy because it hasn't felt heavy. But that's why I always say, it's like, all right, my squats, we both just did 309. And I think you did, 1 rep. I'm doing that for about 7 reps.
1 rep because that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Not because that's all I could do.
Look how defensive you get.
The process I was going to.
But that's the thing is, I like, all right, cool. But it's just one of those where if I were to max out, where would my max out be? I don't know. I haven't done it. You need to max out to know where it is. I don't think, that's why I feel like right now, you can out deadlift me. You can hit 403 cleanly. I can maybe do it for 1 rep and my body's going to hit a big ass shock that is going to be like, whoa. But if I were to just train, and just because of the way how I train, give me about 4 weeks and I can probably out rep 403 over you. But
no, you won't. No, you won't. Don't even set yourself to stay there.
Give me 4 weeks.
If you do 403 and you do it as many times as me, I'm going to do it 10 times.
You can't.
Okay.
But
and then if you push it, I'll tell you, let's just take it up to 450.
Yeah, but that's
okay. And if you do that, let's just take it up to 470. Because 502 is my max.
What happened? There's a video of us deadlifting. I could pop up and find it.
And you tripped me.
I did not trick
you. Yes, you did. You sat there and you said, and you said,
let's hit it.
Let's see who can lift 403 1 rep. Let's see who can lift 403.
I just said that.
Yeah. And so I did. I lifted it easy, and then you lifted it and you started dancing. And I'm like,
not easy. I did 1 more rep than you did.
Yeah, and I thought you said just do 1 rep. You did too.
No, I just said lift, and I lifted 1 more than you, Mike.
Yeah,
you cannot stand. I don't know what it is, but you are gonna get so heated whenever I do 1 more rep than you, and
that's
I'm gonna
right.
do. And
I just don't believe that millennial or Gen Z is capable in outlifting me. Maybe I always will give them the bench because of my shoulders, and I have to be careful. So I'm never gonna argue that point. But when it comes to squat,
when are you competing? When are you competing? Would you have a compete date?
Yeah, I have one. One's in November, and possibly one might be in late June. It depends.
So around maybe around like okay, we might set something up where I'll train for a max deads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then I'm gonna outlift you.
No, you're not.
Because I'm 30 years younger than you. I'm gonna outlift you. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna outlift you. Yes. And I'm gonna outlift you in deads.
It's like AI said. I'm an elite lifter for my age.
I'm not saying you aren't. I'm just saying. But you are 30 years older than me, but I'm gonna outlift you.
I'm 31.
Yeah. You're 31.
Yeah.
I know.
You're 38, right?
Yeah.
I'm 69.
Nice. And so, but no. I give me, like I said, I'll tweak my training just for you in deads, and then we'll record it, and I'll make sure. And like I said, it might be in 6 weeks.
Are we gonna put K in this?
No. Kyle can watch, can ref and be the judge, and all I'll do is my goal is to just do one more rep than you.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
It's one more rep, and what happened? Like, why can't I? Mike, you're 30 years older than me.
Deadlift is deadlift is my bread and butter.
Man, well, but as the thing is, just I'll switch up my training. Like I said, I think literally on Friday I just hit deads. Oh yeah, the video that I sent you guys.
You did
330 for 8 reps.
Yeah, I do that 15 times.
Yeah, shut the hell up. You don't do that we know you don't even go past 10.
Oh, you gonna put that? You want to put that out there?
You go past 10 reps?
I'll go way past 10 reps
at 330
because I warm up with 330.
Yeah, I know. You do not.
I warm up with 330.
Show me your warm up next time. When the next time you do deads, record your warm up. Let me just see.
Yeah, I'll record it.
Yeah, just record your warm up and let me see you do 330.
3 places, like, it's easy. 3 places easy. Anything 330, 350, it's all easy.
Yeah,
it's easy. You have to remember one thing about me is that and I know you know this. I've probably been lifting for over 50 years, so I have very strong bones and I have a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
Okay. And it hasn't declined. Okay,
no,
it's declined to a point to where
I give you your dues. It's just you just really get ruffled up when you see me outlift you.
Man, I don't like. If you outlift me, genuinely outlift me, then no, I'm not going to be upset because they're when a younger person outlifts me, I always go to that ammunition bag, and what do I say? Well, look at your age.
Yeah, you always play the age card, yeah.
I do.
I know you have that in your.
I play the age card every time a young person outlifts me. Hey, look how old you are. Look how old I am.
Yeah.
I play that. I know I do.
How about you try this? That was pretty good. Good job. How about you try that?
No, I can't do that. I can't do that because at the gym, I've had some young guys look at me do something and they say, I could do it. I could do that. And they get under there and they get squashed.
That ain't been me, but I know what you're talking about.
But there's people in there, I could do that.
So then overall, our approach with powerlifting, not that much different. Like I said, it's if I'm looking at the audience right now, every approach is going to be slightly different, right? We kind of have a lot of similarities, but we approach it in a very different way too. Like I said, you don't believe in deload, but you'll add more rest as you're hitting your peak, right? I do the same as well too, but I still think my program requires a little bit more exercising on a weekly basis, where, like I said, I'll probably hit it 5 times a week. You'll hit it 4 times a week when we're at the peak phase. And then I'm a big believer in taking that week off to let that body recover once we've crapped out. So you don't like the word deload.
That 1 week is too long.
So, but you got to listen to your body. Well, that's why a week might be too long. Sometimes in the strength and the volume phase, it's not that long. Maybe it might be, hey, let's just take 4 to 5 days off and then, all right, cool. But you got to listen to your body. At the end of the day, Mike does what works for Mike, and it's worked for Mike. I do what's worked for me and what's worked for my athletes. He's done what's worked for his athletes as well too. At the end of the day, we all have our approaches, but the main thing is we're gonna listen to bodies.
You got to listen to your body.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to bodies regardless.
I will tell you.
He'll listen to his, I'll listen to mine, and we listen to our client.
Tell you. Sometimes through that period of my training, my body tells me, hey, you're pushing it too hard.
Exactly.
So let's take an extra recovery day.
Yeah, let's take a deload.
Extra recovery day.
A deload.
To get your body to get his energy back and the strength back. That happens, but that I think is with experience as a lifter. You can feel when something's not right.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like I said, it's experience. Your experience.
It is.
And one thing too, like with our experience, we can see it in our athletes as well too, where it's all like, all right, you're at a point where we're hitting fatigue. Like, yes, the program's going to call for this, but we need to pivot to make sure you're not going backwards and causing injury. Yeah, that's the most important thing. Power lifters, honestly, I've always said it. We lift the strongest, we lift the heaviest. We're most likely going to be the most injured.
Yeah, you did, and you better be able to key out that injury, because that's one thing I can do. If I see a lifter of mine that I had been training, and if I see that lifter make a movement that is not in that lift because he's trying to compensate the weight somewhere else, that tells me right away, are you hurting?
Yeah.
Is that lift hurting you in that area? Why are you pushing the weight somewhere else? So you got to be able to spot those things, easy.
And I think what works for both of us is we're both coaches that have come from an injury. I know you've had a rotator cuff injury. Yeah. I've torn my meniscus, and here we are with those injuries, still throwing up some weight.
Yeah.
So we give our dues or anything like that. But hey, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think about. If you're a power lifter, you saw this episode. Even if you're just a regular lifter, comment on what kind of program maybe you use and how do you get stronger, and if you believe in the deload or not.
Or if you believe in the power lifter getting power, go with that.
There you go. But let us know what you guys think. I'm Coach Cisco.
Coach Michael.
We'll catch you on the next one.
All right.